This past week, the northeastern United States has experienced record-breaking cold weather, and it will continue to stay in freezing temperatures through the weekend. Snow, biting winds, and sub-zero conditions will keep schools closed and people huddling for warmth. But what you might not know is, thanks to liberal lawmakers, the Northeast will have a very hard time staying warm and surviving this record cold, all thanks to global warming. For years, the left has whined about climate change. They wanted us to believe that the Earth's temperature was getting warmer and it was all our fault. Humanity's industry and development were causing things to get pretty hot. If we didn't stop it, we'd all die horribly, they said. They were right about one thing: people will die. However, it will be thanks to the idiotic policies of liberals. Democrats have used climate change to push heavy regulation. They've crippled industries. Liberals have passed laws that punish businesses and private citizens. Obama made it impossible for this country to compete economically around the world. And, it's all because they want you to believe climate change is caused by technology, as well as farming, cows, cell phones, and Bitcoin. Seriously. In deeply liberal states, their hysteria has brought irrevocable damage. Coal-fire and oil-burning power plants have been shut down for good, replaced by far less effective green technology. That would be fine if climate change was real. We wouldn't need these power plants in the winter if things were getting milder and milder. But, lo and behold, the cold has come. Now, many regions in the Northeast cannot supply the power to keep citizens warm. Blue states which bought into the man-made global warming narrative, shut down their coal-fired power stations, rejected the Access Northeast pipeline and instead, despoiled their landscapes with more ugly, expensive, bat-chomping, bird-slicing eco-crucifixes are now paying a bitter price. Source: Breitbart. This has led to a harrowing situation across New England. Unrelenting cold since late December has caused energy demand to spike, pushing up prices and straining supplies. New England power companies are struggling to keep up with demand. New England's current energy woes are the result of years of state and federal policies aimed at closing coal and oil-fired power plants, largely as part of the region's effort to fight global warming. Source: Climate Change Dispatch. People may scoff when we question global warming. They may call us science deniers and accuse us of being ignorant. However, none of the right's policies are causing people to freeze to death. Right now, people across the Northeast are struggling to fight off the record cold temperatures. They will rely on energy to heat their homes, but because liberals shut down the most effective sources of energy, these people are having a hard time of it. Imagine an elderly person, who struggles to pay the bills. The soaring cost of energy might compel them to turn off their space heater or radiator, because they just can't afford the power bill. As the temperature drops, they might not make it till morning. Was that really worth it, Democrats? In some places, the demand might just not be there. Brownouts and power outages will happen, because they cannot supply enough energy to heat homes, offices, and stores. Great job, climate alarmists. Yep. It's true that mostly liberals are affected by this, and created this mess. But still, liberals' children feel the cold as badly as conservatives' children. In fact, being less robust and more snowflakey, probably even more so. Must they really suffer for their parents' stupidity? Source: Breitbart. The only silver lining is that President Donald Trump is rolling back federal restrictions on coal-fired plants. However, it will take time for the coal industry to get back to where it was. And, in many places, closed coal-fired plants are shut for good. The areas hit hard today might not have a solution in the coming years, which will most certainly be as cold as today. Once again, we see how the resistance is only leading to more hardship and suffering. Liberals, intent on opposing conservatives and the president, only seem to hurt their own supporters. Liberal bastions like New York and Boston reject common sense. They harm their citizens. Yet, will they see the error of their ways? I doubt it. All I can say is, do your best to stay warm. Share the story and leave a comment by clicking one of the buttons below. Follow us on Facebook at Mad World News.